Hello and welcome to episode 110 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got the final two games of the EFL Championship season for you. In game number 1 we're at home to Nottingham Forest, and then in game number 2 we're away at Cardiff City. Since you were last with me, as you can see, we've been in very mixed form. We haven't lost very many, but we haven't won very many either. So let's see if we can put together a winning run of form to end the season. I'll be back in a moment with the team for the Nottingham Forest game. Okay, here is the team then to face Nottingham Forest, and it is Setford in goal. The back four is Chevalier, Ruiz, Shields and Hadler. It's Continella at the base of midfield with Voigt and Cunningham ahead of him. Ibrahimovic on the left wing, Cadden on the right, Oliver up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to play up the importance of the match and get the fans on side. I think he's right, so we will point the finger and agree with him. And let's get into the tunnel. Stoke City can book a spot in the playoffs with the right series of results today. Are you confident of seeing it through and getting the required result? We deserve to qualify. Why has it been so hard to find form at home? We've played quite well, but we haven't had a ton of luck. Okay, let's get into the match and see if we can get the result we need. A win should be enough, I think, to guarantee it and save us the agony of needing anything on the final day of the season. But we'll confirm that after the match, as the first highlight is a Nottingham Forest one with Angel going down the right wing, crossing it in. Shields with the clearance with his head. It's played back to Cousins. The shot from Lazatic finds the back of the net. Forest are in front. It is Stoke City 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Not the start we had in mind, so demand more. We're going to go positive and see if we can get back into the match. We are still in the playoffs at the moment, and we will be regardless of results today. It's just a question of whether it's enough to guarantee it if we lose another game. As the next highlight is again a Nottingham Forest highlight. Yates finds Darboe. His cross is headed in by Umar and Diane. We're 2-0 down with 34 minutes gone. And this is not the match we had in mind. We're going to need to make quite a number of changes at half time. And probably a tactical rethink as well. So Ibrahimovic with a free kick, clips the crossbar and doesn't get a touch from the keeper on the way over. The highlight comes to an end, and this run of form is becoming concerning if it wasn't already. So question is what we do at half time, which we're at now, and I think we thrash the arms. We have been terrible, there's no getting away from that. Question is, where are we performing worst? Clearly Emilio Ruiz is not having a great time out there. I'll bring James Wiles on for him. I'm going to move Hadler into central defence. David Shields is having a poor game, so we'll bring on Carden at right back. No, that's Ricky Boalia, so undo that. Carden, you come on at right back. And also Aaron Cadden on the right wing to be replaced by Julian Nappi. So those three changes. allied to the team talk, hopefully will have the desired effect. I'm going to go attacking as well, I think. We've got nothing to lose now. We are already behind, so we have to go for it. Let's get out there and do it. Let's fire up the lads. See what effect that has. It's had a good effect mentally on the lads. Let's see if that can be translated to the pitch. But in terms of changes to be made now, Ibrahimovic and Oliver are both tiring rapidly. So with 20 minutes or so to go, I'm going to try to get both of them off if I can. So we can put Ibrahimovic over on the right, get him off and bring on Dongmo. That's not ideal. And then David Oliver for Casey Meredith. So at least it's only one player playing out of position. We're into the last 20 minutes. Still 2-0 down. And as it stands, I think we will have qualified for the playoffs with other results anyway. So hopefully that remains the case, as Forest are in again. And the chip to the back post is saved by Setford, thankfully. Finally, a Stoke highlight. Cunningham is in behind, pulls it back, and Michel Dongmo has his first goal of the season to give us a way back into the match. We can't rescue a point, can we? Let's demand more again. It's headed away. Angel with the shot, Setford with the save. So Forest will have a corner. Can we break from the corner and score? It's an outswinger from Cousins for Nottingham Forest. And the header away from Cunningham is picked up by Monk for Forest. He pulls it back to Berzagli, and the highlight comes to an end. We're into 3 minutes of added time, and that passes by without incident. The full-time score, Stoke City 1, Nottingham Forest 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the final match of the season, away to Cardiff City. And the team for this one, Setford in goal. Back four is Neil, Hadler, Shields and Carden. It's Continella at the base of midfield, Voigt and Cunningham ahead of him. It's Ibrahimovic on the left, Cadden on the right, Meredith up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant is telling the players, go out there and impress me. And I think that is something that I agree with. So I'm going to do it with no gesture at all and just get the match underway and see if we can finish the season with a win to carry us into the playoffs, which we have already qualified for. So this is all about going into them with a bit of form behind us. And it is us on the attack to begin with. But the attack's broken down and Cardiff have come away with it. And Forlani plays it through. Setford is out to claim and does get there. And the highlight is continuing. He rolls it to Hadler, who gives it straight back to him. Setford to Hadler again. Out to Neil at left back, who is dispossessed, but Voigt picks up the loose ball. Through to Meredith, who's in on goal and finds the back of the net. It is Cardiff City 0, Stoke City 1. And we've played 5 minutes, so great start. And I think that might lift us back into third place. It does. Maybe only temporarily, but we are back into third. And now it's a Cardiff highlight for Lanny to... and now it's Guinea. Back to Nielsen. Chips it forward. It's headed away. But we don't get it clear. And O'Brien is in behind. Cut back. Algerva. And the keeper saves, but Rice picks it up. Holmes. And then Neil clears as far as Meredith. He loses the battle and Holmes picks it up for Cardiff. Guinea to Nielsen into Bate. To the left, and O'Brien, who crosses, and Algerva has put the ball in the back of the net for Cardiff, and it is Cardiff City 1, Stoke City 1. So the lead doesn't last long, and we need to demand more. So that will drop us back down to fourth again, I think. Carden plays it forward. Continella to Carden again. Voigt doesn't get there. And Cardiff can come forward. Nielsen's ball over the top. And the shot from Joel Mvuka finds the back of the net. And Cardiff have turned it around. It is Cardiff City 2, Stoke City 1. Suddenly we're behind. We need to fire up the lads. They need to get something going. But it is Mvuka for Cardiff, and the header just over the top, and we very nearly go in 3-1 down. That would have been a disaster. As it is, we're going to have to overturn a 2-1 deficit in the second half. So point the finger, show me something else in the second half. And we're going to need to make some changes. Right. Ibrahimovic is having a terrible game on the left wing. Sidibe can come on for him. So let's do that properly. And also... what else? Let's give David Oliver 45 minutes up front. And we will also take off Lex Hadler and bring on Emilio Ruiz. So 3 changes, and let's get out there and start the second half. Demand more immediately. And let's see whether we can get back into this. So we are down to where we started, 4th in the table. And we need to get a result here. We cannot go into the playoffs in such woeful form. Cunningham to Continella. Continella with the shot, far too ambitious, over the top, and it's a goal kick to Cardiff. But the highlight comes to an end. Let's demand more again. And let's see. Cadden needs to come off. So we'll bring Nappy on the right wing. And I don't know what my final change is going to be. Probably Continella. And we'll bring on Chevalier. It's not ideal, but he can play there. Cunningham to Neil, who crosses. It's headed away. Eduardo. And his misplaced pass very nearly lets Sidibe in, but it wouldn't have counted as David Oliver is offside anyway. We're into the last few minutes of the match, still trailing by 2-1. And that is the full-time whistle. Cardiff City 2, Stoke City 1. I'll be back in a moment to confirm the final league table of the season and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is confirmation of the final league table of the season then. And as you can see, Watford are the champions with 102 points from their 46 games. Joined in the Premier League by Burnley on 85 points. Playoffs are made up by QPR, Stoke, Fulham and Sunderland, with Lincoln, West Brom and Bolton taking the drop. And the thing to notice is that, as you can see, with 72 points, we finish 30 points off the champions. So actually, we are closer to the bottom three in terms of points than we are to the league leaders, which is a massive worry. And time now to confirm what is coming up on tomorrow's episode. And we will show you both legs of the playoff semi-final. So we're away to Fulham in the first leg and then at home in the second leg. And hoping for a place in the playoff finals. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.